Yo, what's up, YouTube? Rock on. Retro Wanderluster here. And by now, you've seen many reviews of the now new release of the Alice Cooper group, The Revenge of Alice Cooper. I didn't buy the vinyl, I got the box set instead, figured it was better money. The vinyl was like $40, $45. You get this, you get an extra single, a shirt, a CD, and well, not a single, but a 45, and this little I don't know what the word is for it. It says it on the back here. An album print. So that's what I got. And you've seen all the reviews. You've heard it. I don't have to play it. Any samples. There's so many people have done this review, and I got the CD in my car. That's why it's not here right now. There's the inside and the booklet has the liner notes and everything, and the band. You have the vinyl, you have the CD, you know what's going on. Just to give you an idea. Don't have to rush show everything, but now getting into this, it's been a long time. I've always wanted to get a new Alice Cooper group album, and I never thought we would. I know they got back together a few times to play some shows here and there with Alice Cooper, did a few songs on Welcome to My Nightmare and Detroit Stories and such, but I never thought they would make a new album. So here it is. And before I go track by track, it just feels so surreal. And there's been middle of the road reviews, mostly positive. Some don't like it, and some question, will we get a tour, another album? I don't think it'll be either one. I mean, Alice is always busy with his own band and everything. What I think will happen, he'll play some shows with the guys maybe here and there like he has in the past. And that's about all we'll get. But let's start this review off. Black Mamba, the first single, the first three songs are actually the first three singles. Black Mamba is one of my favorite songs off the album. It has the talking intro, with Alice, and it has the snake hiss sound. And it reminded me of Killer. I don't know. It just does. It sounds old school Alice Cooper. And a lot of people get that yeah part of it. I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it fits the song, and it reminds me of yeah, no pun intended, from Killer. So that one song he says yeah. So it fits in that era. I think it's really shit. What was that? I don't know. Remote. It really fits with the old school style. And this album is like mix of both. Solo Alice Cooper, early 2000s Alice Cooper, maybe a little bit of 70s Alice Cooper, and the old classic group. So you got, and it makes sense because Alice was saying all members were pulling ideas from writing songs all from their own God damn, I can't talk. From their own ideas. So it's all members writing on this album. Wild Ones was the second single. It's number 2. It definitely sounds more like classic, well, not classic, but like Alice Cooper solo album, more like early 2000s. But it has a driving guitar riff and bass. And I first heard it, I'm like, it's not bad. It's a great hard rock song, but it's not nothing that would like stand out. But it's definitely grown on me. It's one of those growing songs on you, and it has, like I said, a driving guitar riff in it. Michael Bruce, and cool bass lines and cool drum by Neil Smith. So I like it. It's actually it's a good choice for a single, I would say. Now the third one is one of my least favorite songs on the album, and the third single, Up All Night. It definitely has a cheesy, like almost like glammy lyric feel, talking about staying up all night, sex, and he's like in his late 70s, and it's like the intro, the drum intro is pretty good, but the lyrics are that's what drags it down for me. So it's okay. I wouldn't have put it as a single. The next song, Kill the Flies, is one of my favorites. It definitely has the whole talking about the institutionalized, like Dwight Fry song, Ballad Dwight Fry. Wow, it's not as good as that song because it's one of Alice's best songs. It's like a sequel to that, and it definitely has a like Love It to Death era, old school Alice Cooper group style song. and he's talking about killing those damn flies, and being locked up in an institution. So it has it's got a nice sequel to that whole Ballad of Dwight Fry type song, and I like it. The chorus is kind of simple, but it works. Kill the flies, these damn flies, kill the flies. He keeps saying over and over again. White Night Stand is another average song, I think, but it definitely has like sort of like Welcome to My Nightmare era feel to it, like 70s Alice Cooper. And he's like, another one night stand in a deeper Alice Cooper voice. Definitely sounds solo Alice Cooper, but not like newer Alice Cooper. It sounds, like I said, 70s, maybe like Welcome to My Nightmare, Goes to Hell, that type of era Alice Cooper. It's okay, the song's not bad. And number 6 comes Blood on the Sun, which is a very innovative song written by Dennis Dunaway. It's all about movie lyrics, and it's the longest song on the album. It has like kind of like a progressive feel to it, and just when you think it's over, it dies down and kicks back up into the nice guitar-driven sound. It's definitely a guitar-driven song. It has a nice solo to it. And when he says "blood on the sun," he kind of repeats it a little bit, but I don't know. I just love this song. I think it's one of the highlights of the album, and it just, I don't know. It could be longer, I guess. It sort of reminds me of like one of the longer songs of like say Halo of Flies type length. It's kind of like 6-7 minutes long, but it's just it has a nice guitar solo in the middle, guitar break, and the innovative lyrics because it's all movie titles, but I like it. It's one of the highlights of the album. Now, the second half of this album, it definitely is classic Alice Cooper era sound, and it's a lot of bluesy type stuff, which kind of surprised me because if you listen to a lot of old Alice Cooper group, it's more hard rock than blues, but they have definitely inspired by a lot of bands from the 60s and 70s. So it kind of fits this mold. Money Screams is one of my favorites on the album as well. And it has the classic money doesn't talk, it screams. Somebody said it was kind of like a Ramones. You can hear like a punky vibe in it. It has a punky undertone, but it also has like the 70s classic $1 Billion Babies with the whole money thing. How the world's run by money and evil people. So it kind of makes sense. I missed one. Famous Face is before this. That one is also one of my favorites because it has Michael Bruce and Alice Cooper kind of singing at the same time. And it basically talks about these stupid ass influencers and all these people that have no talent. It's just another famous face. You're such a disgrace. You basically is the lyrics, and get the hell off my TV screen. You think you're hot shit. And he says it later in the song, and it has a cool like 70s rock sound to it, and I agree with it because it's just all these stupid people have no talent, do nothing with their lives, yet they're become famous, and they're all over the screens. A lot of it's music now, and movie actors, and Instagram people. Yeah, they can all suck it. Then it comes What a Sid after Money Screams, and this one definitely sounds kind of, I don't know, like reminds me of School's Out, like. And it has the famous kind of like jazzy blues riff, da 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 da, the famous guitar, and da 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 da. That's at the beginning. And the song "What a Sid" is, people keep saying it's Sid Barrett, but I've watched them talk in group. It's not about Sid Barrett. It's Glenn Buxton would always say if you don't like somebody, he would call him a Sid, whatever the hell that means. So that's what the song is about, and it sounds definitely like Blue Turk or maybe Looney Tune type era, like I said, classic Alice Cooper. The next one is a very cheesy song, sort of like Up All Night, Intergalactic Vagabond Blues. Definitely sounds like a early 2000s type Alice Cooper era song, but it has the harmonica playing in it. Alice is playing the harmonica just like he used to do on, I think it was on Yeah Yeah Yeah, also on Killer, and he hasn't done that in a long time. So it has a very garage feel to it, sort of like Detroit Stories, early 2000s Alice Cooper. And then What Happened to You was the song that Glenn Buxton had. They found his riff that he never used on an old cassette tape, and they put that in the song. And What Happened to You is also bluesy, kind of hard rock bluesy type sound that has a mix of like the garage era Alice Cooper old style bluesy sound and something that would be on, I don't know, say like early 2000s, maybe like Dirty Diamonds. It's not a bad song. I Ain't Done Wrong, a cover of the band that they were influenced by, the Yardbirds. Once again, very bluesy because it's the Yardbirds, Jeff Beck. I could take it or leave it. I mean, and it's very bluesy. It's not like, I mean, I don't know a lot about the Yardbirds because I don't listen to them, but it's all right. I mean, it could have been maybe left off or put as a bonus track. And then See You on the Other Side, which is a slower ballad song, tribute to Glenn Buxton and all the fallen friends of the band. And he was saying, I know we'll play together again someday. And it's a nice, I mean, it's not a great song, but it's a nice tribute to Glenn Buxton. And yeah, that's the end. And I think that's fitting to end the album with that because See You on the Other Side not only is it a tribute to Glenn Buxton, I hope that they can make another album, but if not, they're all in their late 70s, so See You on the Other Side, maybe it's like their final parting gift to all the fans that wanted this album after all these years. And here is the 7-inch that came with the box set. And goddamn face itches again. It's 2 songs from the first 2 albums re-recorded, which is pretty sweet because you never would have thought that. Return of the Spiders, which is the bluesy hard rock garage sound, that was the one song off Easy Action and even the first album that sounded more like the Alice Cooper group would become, and it's probably the best song of the first 2 albums. They re-recorded that, which sounds really good. And here's an interesting concept: Titanic over Underture, which the first album had Titanic Overture, I think it was called, and it was only like a minute and a half instrumental. They added a couple verses here, and it's basically Titanic, about the Titanic, freezing in the slow deep water ago, watery grave below. Yeah, it's pretty cool because they re-recorded an instrumental and added lyrics to it and made it like 30-40 seconds longer. So it's worth getting it just for that. So I thought, both of those were really good and well done songs. And what I think about this album, rating wise, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. It's solid as hell. I didn't think it would be as good as it was. And it definitely has eras of the garage days, the Spiders, early Alice Cooper group, not the psychedelic stuff really, but like what they were influenced by, the bluesy part. It has the classic Alice Cooper sound, like Kill the Flies, Blood on the Sun, Money Screams, Black Mamba, all sound like classic era Alice Cooper group. Then you have Intergalactic Vagabond Blues and Up All Night, and what other ones? I think it sounds like Alice Cooper era. Let's see here. Keep dropping shit left and right. What Happened to You kind of sounds like a mix of both Alice Cooper group and old style Alice Cooper. So it's got all types of stuff. So if you want to, it doesn't really have like an anthem like an old school Alice Cooper group did, like School's Out or, No More Mr. Nice Guy. But what do you expect? It's been 50-something years. So if you looking for an album that sounds like the original Alice Cooper group, that might also sound like solo Alice Cooper group, and even Garage Days Alice Cooper group before they became famous, this is the album for you. It's really good. It's very diverse. It's probably 70 to 30% old school Alice Cooper and blues, garage, early days Alice Cooper, and like maybe 30% solo Alice Cooper type stuff. And one of the things I forgot, because I don't know how I missed it, but Crap That Gets in the Way of Your Dreams, it's the one song I forgot to talk about. That is definitely, they were doing a video together, like the Alice Cooper band members, not Alice, and somebody interviewed him before the album came out about that song. He said that's an Alice solo song, and you can tell that's early 2000s Alice Cooper type song. And it's a cheesy title, but it's not really that bad of a song. It's only like 2 minutes 50 seconds, 3 minutes, something like that. But it definitely doesn't really sound like classic Alice Cooper album. So that and maybe like I was saying, Intergalactic Vagabond Blues is definitely and maybe Up All Night definitely sound more later on Alice Cooper, and then the rest are definitely bluesy, old school Alice Cooper. So my review is all over the place, dropping shit left and right, forgetting songs. Anyway, that's what I think of it. I think it's one of the better Alice Cooper group albums. A lot of people love Schools Out. I could put my review or ranking of the Alice Cooper albums here because it's my most watched video. But that, besides the first two, there's a few people that love those two records the most. You know, there's always a few. That's probably my least favorite one, Or Muscle of Love. But I think the reason why I don't like Schools Out that much, there's 2 instrumentals, there's 8 tracks. And besides Schools Out, it's kind of like Gutter to Cat is okay, but it's I don't know. It's just always been my least favorite outside the first 2 albums. So I would think it's better than that one. And is it better than Muscle of Love? Probably, maybe to probably. I would say probably. So it's probably my fourth best favorite Alice Cooper group album, besides Love It to Death, Killer, $1 Billion Babies. And maybe Muscle of Love. So it falls in there pretty high. It definitely is in the top of the 30 Alice Cooper albums, counting the group and his solo work. It's definitely in the top half somewhere. Maybe the top. It might scratch the top 10. It's pretty damn solid. I would recommend checking it out. I mean, I didn't put any song clips in here because everybody's probably heard it by now. So I just want to give my review on it. Solid 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10 at the very least. Maybe a little bit more. It's a great record. It might grow. If you don't like it, give it a chance. It might grow on you. I mean, there are some cheesy ass lyrics on here. That's the downside. The one downside I could say about it is the cheesy lyrics. And the one, I guess, middle ground comment I would say is it's more bluesy, especially the second half, than I was expecting. I was expecting more hard rock. And it kind of threw me off a little bit, but they do it pretty well, and it's not a negative. So that's pretty much all I can say about The Revenge of Alice Cooper. It has delivered, and it's definitely better than shit. It might be the best Alice Cooper album since the 90s, at least, because his early 2000s Alice Cooper is not my favorite. The last 2 albums were good, but they were just standard hard rock, and I think this surpasses that. So, and Welcome to My Nightmare was a disappointment for me. So yeah, it's definitely the best Alice Cooper album since the 90s at the very least. So please check it out if you are interested and haven't heard it before. But it's all over the news, all over YouTube. It's all over all the reviews. So watch my review, watch somebody else's review. And as always, YouTube, I'll put a video here. I kept going on too long, 18 minutes just for this fucking album. I like talking. So I'll put a video here, like I said. Rock on, YouTube, and I'll see you soon. Peace.